Jackson Clarke was right about everything. He wasn't entirely, but I'll say it anyway. Jackson Clarke was right about everything. And I'm a disgusting liar. And what was the last part?
And everything he said was true and honest.
And everything he said he believed to be true and honest. It was pretty close to the truth. I wasn't fully diagnosed yet. I still may have it, and we are treating it, but yeah.
Hey, it's the official podcast. We're joined by a special guest, the Jackson Clarke, the talk of the town, the big shot, the boogeyman. Jackson, how you doing?
The assassin.
Yeah.
The boogeyman is a very apt title for Jackson. Holy shit.
Yeah, I like the boogeyman.
Call him the boogeyman
Baba
from
Yaga.
now on.
Boogie Yaga.
It's also very confusing. All right, so we're going to get straight into it, I guess. To boil it down, last week we did an episode on Boogie. You guys may have seen it. Or actually the week before we did an episode on Boogie. Was it last week? When was it last week?
I thought we
was
did
last
2
week.
weeks
It
in a
was last
row,
week.
didn't we?
Probably both.
Yeah,
it might have been
but
both.
last week is the one that got you in the fucking Thunderdome.
Crosshairs.
Yeah, I don't know.
The first one set up the story. The second was the main act. Now, Jackson, give us the wrap up, the ending to this trilogy.
It was unfortunate because what happened like 3 hours after we finished recording that episode. So I recorded at 3 a.m. I went to bed and I was gone for the next, 7 hours basically. So I missed it all. I missed everything that happened. I woke up to all the messages and stuff alerting me as to what happened, which was really unfortunate because I would have loved to have been there to live through the moment in person. So to summarize, I guess, these last 2 years, Boogie has been talking about how he's got a little thing called cancer, a very serious condition that he's been talking about. He's got something called polycythemia vera, I think it is, which is like a condition where his blood multiplies or thickens and turns into stew in his veins, and apparently it's caused by cancer. That's what he said for 2 years. And that all kind of bubbled up, and people had been criticizing or alleging that he may have been obfuscating the facts of the situation and maybe lying about having cancer. And that's been a thing that I've seen really over the last like 7, maybe 12 months time. I mean, of course, when he first announced that he had cancer, people immediately said that he was lying about it because he lies about everything. So that's to be expected. But more substantiated claims of him lying about it have come out in the last few months. And that kind of led to a streamer just the other week looking into it. His name was Destiny, or is Destiny. You probably all know Destiny. He was looking into it, and then he went on their live stream, their lolcow live stream, and blew the lid open. I don't think anyone expected what happened next. Charlie, you were there to see it in person, right?
In person's a weird way of saying it, but I watched the stream. Yeah,
He was in the bushes.
I was in the audience.
There,
it was like Keenan and Kel, where it's filmed in front of a live studio audience at Nickelodeon. Yeah, that's where I was.
Yeah. Well, there actually was a live audience there because I think Destiny called in. Destiny called in to the Lolcow Live Discord to talk to Keemstar, Boogie, Wings of Redemption, and Tommy C. And with him, he brought one of his friends on his podcast, as well as XQC for some reason. XQC was there in the background. So there was a live audience to some degree, which is great. But yeah, this call happened. And yeah, what happened was that Destiny blew the lid open, basically. He straight up called him a liar about his cancer.
It wasn't difficult either. Like, Destiny didn't do anything. He just sat down and read a Wikipedia article, but Boogie went on tilt. He got really fucking angry at being questioned in the first place. The entire drama was like for an entire hour. Wings, Keemstar, and the third guy, they all said, dude, everybody is questioning you at this point. If you have proof that you have cancer, show us. And he got really fucking mad at this. He got very fucking angry at the suggestion that he needs to show anybody proof, especially Jackson Clarke.
Yeah, and that's where the whole "who is Jackson Clarke" meme has now come from, because he would
so
not stop
good.
saying my name specifically, which is why I woke up to a million comments and a million tweets and stuff at me and messages from Charlie saying you need to check this out. I thought something was like seriously wrong. I was
You're
like
an
scared when
overnight
I woke
celebrity
up, but
now,
then-
my friend. You should feel proud.
Mhm.
and it's all thanks to Boogie and his
Mhm.
lies. So let's just go into the clips. Hey, I've clipped about 20 segments from the stream that kind of illuminates what has happened in greater detail,
Mhm.
especially with these lies. So we'll just play some clips right now. We can start with clip 1, which is Destiny joining the stream and immediately diving into his accusations.
All right, here we go. Hold on, let me turn this down a bit for myself.
It is secondary polycythemia.
Well, then
Can you
why would he
explain?
call it? Why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy? To
What is
confirm
Wings
it?
doing?
Yeah, I was staring at that.
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation.
Because the
and
markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood, Destiny.
Correct. But you said that you'd received the diagnosis, but now you just told me that you got a bone marrow biopsy.
It's a
to
diagnosis,
confirm.
and now we're confirming. It's called a
Sure.
confirmation. The hormone markers are already
So
in
now
my
he's-
blood.
Yep.
And
So I think
we are
what happened is
confirming it with the
based on
biopsy
everything-
because I'm
Yeah.
wanting to do that because I'm praying to God I don't fucking have cancer.
He doesn't care if
I'm praying to God I'm taking the 1 in a million fucking chance that they're fucking wrong, and that there's another reason that I have the hormone fucking imbalances in my blood.
Yeah. Why are you praying to God 2 years after you said that you have cancer that you don't have cancer?
Yeah, like, does this make sense to anyone?
No. So Destiny is reading the Wikipedia article saying, hey, it says there's a test for this. So they must have done a test on you, right? Show us the results. And Boogie goes, I am still in the middle of doing the test. And everybody wonders, why did it take you 2 years to do the test? You came out and said you have cancer.
Yep. So 2 years ago, he came out and said that he has cancer. We remember when he made the video talking about cancer. It was shortly after, I think it was a month after he made the video where he talked about, e-begging, how he needed to, he lost all his money on crypto and he needed you guys to help him out. And then a month later, he put out another video saying now he has blood cancer. It's all confirmed. He's got this polycythemia vera. And so what he's saying, I think, and it's so hard to fucking narrow down what he's actually saying because he says everything. He just rants endlessly. It's really hard to get like a succinct point from him a lot of the times. But I think what he's saying is that in that initial situation where he was diagnosed with polycythemia vera, he was given blood marker results that indicated that he may have polycythemia vera. And Boogie, I think, saw that and then immediately ran to Twitter and made a video out of it and did all of those kinds of things, saying that he has cancer, 100%. He has cancer. And then I guess for the last 2 years, though, he has been putting off getting an actual bone marrow or whatever it is test to confirm that he has polycythemia vera. So it's not known if he does or doesn't.
It's also worth mentioning that, real quick, so what he's maintaining throughout the entirety of the LolCow podcast is this is his last little piece of privacy that he refuses to part with because he
Yeah.
doesn't owe
Yeah.
the internet anything. Yet he immediately ran to the internet when the diagnosis.
He got the diagnosis.
Yeah.
I mean, his
So it's just-
girlfriend is in her underwear in his fucking videos. Like, don't talk to me about privacy, please.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to mention, like, as a reminder, he announced this cancer about like a day after he got in trouble for that e-begging video. Like immediately after, where everybody started giving
2
him
weeks
shit.
after.
Yeah, well, closely after, everybody started making fun of him because he said, I lost all of my money in crypto. A friend of mine gave me bad advice and now I'm broke. I need you guys to click on my videos and watch my videos and subscribe to my crap and buy my shit. And everybody gave him shit for this, gave him grief. And he came out and said, you can't be mad at little old me. I have cancer now. That's what was so suspicious at the time. Like a little too convenient.
What's important and what Destiny goes into detail about is that polycythemia and polycythemia vera are two different things, and it's probable that he does have polycythemia because that's just like a thickening of the blood or whatever. And
But just being
polycythemia. Yeah, it's caused by a bunch of different things. Polycythemia vera is when it's caused by cancer. It's not known if it's caused by cancer in Boogie's case, but he probably does have polycythemia, the actual thing. But that's probably from like him taking testosterone and his sleep apnea, which we know he has at this point. Like he's shown that he does testosterone.
He wants it to be the cancer version because then it wouldn't be his fault. Because everything else, all the sleep apnea, the testosterone injections, all of those are a result of him just drinking Mountain Dew for breakfast.
Yeah, and being
But if
overweight.
it's cancer, well, this could have happened to anybody.
Yeah, the most logical answer is that this was caused by his, bad health habits. Him being morbidly obese. Like the testosterone itself, a known side effect of taking TRT is causing secondary polycythemia. Like it's on the label, and he's talked about it in the past as well. So that's a known symptom of taking TRT, and for some reason he believes that he's got the cancer version, and that's what's causing it, not the multitude of other things in his life that are more likely to have caused it. Yeah. So to go to back to what you guys were saying with the whole like him not showing proof. Clip number 2 goes into this with Wings bringing it up finally, basically laying it all down.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Look, you want to keep saying you're the patient. You know what your body has.
Yes.
When I go to the doctor, they give me shit like this, which is like papers that will tell me.
And I was going to say, Boogie can end this whole thing.
exactly the
Tell me a
diagnosis.
single document with polycythemia vera on it. You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it. And
Jesus Christ, dial down the fucking Vyvanse, Destiny.
Hit me with the correct info if I'm wrong here, but from what I'm seeing, this show and ever since the fight and all that other stuff, Wings seems to be on a very slow actual redemption arc. Am I wrong?
So
I like
okay.
Wings.
Yeah, so
I
here's
like
the thing.
Wings.
It was very, very smart of Wings to go on Lolcow because he gets to be opposite Boogie.
Yeah.
I know. Like by comparison.
Yeah, he is always going to look so much better in comparison to
Yeah.
Boogie.
I think maybe it's just selective sample here, but what I've been seeing of him for the last few months is just like, wow, this is actually making him look pretty good.
I like
and
him.
to be fair, one thing that's always been said about Wings is that he can be like entertaining, like on purpose, not just unironically entertaining. Like he himself can be entertaining. It's just he's very prone to like meltdowns and all kinds of shit on stream, which is why he became like.
I do have to
Lolcow.
mention
he's
though,
an
not to
emotional
be
person.
too mean, but
Right.
Wings did have a vouch moment this past day. He went into his browser and he was typing in car models, and he accidentally revealed his porn habits.
0 to 60.
Classic.
Wait, I couldn't read that.
It's coming.
Don't worry, you're getting it in slow-mo. I know the resolution is kind of crummy, but I guess that's just how he streams. And then we have BBC blowjob porn, X-Hamster.
Well,
Email
X-Hamster,
X.
X-Hamster in the year 2024. What in tarnation?
My
He's
favorite
on
part about this
wait.
is-
He's on page 5 as well. He's going through the
I know,
list.
yeah.
He's
I
on
was
page
just gonna
5.
say, that's the funniest part. Like he has consumed all of the like big black cock porn in his mouth, and he's like desperately looking for one that he hasn't seen yet, and he's browsing page 5.
You gotta find the good one, man. You always gotta sift through them to find the like diamond in a rough for what you want.
But why wouldn't you at least use incognito mode?
We use an incognito.
I'm
or,
not
like, a
telling you
different
this
computer.
to make you dislike him. It is just funny to me. Like this is a really amusing oopsie doopsie that you're typing in like car models, and that there's just really embarrassing porn you watched, and you couldn't even be bothered to like put it in incognito mode, or even if you're not gonna use a different computer to stream or a different browser at least.
I doubt he's even embarrassed of it. He's been exposed for like
and
way more embarrassing.
What's really funny is all that he's typed so far is 2024, and that link comes up. Like, it's one of his most visited websites from that year.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I salute it though. I'm okay with that. That's just a funny goof.
Yeah, who cares?
It's a funny mishap.
Yeah, that is funny.
Again, it's so he's so fortunate that he's on a show against Boogie, like in juxtaposition to Boogie.
Yeah, consider it a biased point of view, maybe from knowing the history and all the stuff that's been happening lately. But I don't know. In the last few months, every time Wings comes up, I'm surprised to go, wow, I'm on his side, or wow, that made him look pretty good.
He was actually getting shit this last week. He was getting shit this last week because he there was something on the trip, the Keemstar trip. Like obviously he was pretty sour on that trip because they basically blackmailed him out there with threatening his job and money and stuff like that. And then when he got there, they didn't even work and they just made him sit around while they all drank on the July the 4th, the party event thing. But there was even more drama with that because apparently his wife wanted to go to Niagara Falls and she was like crying about it to him and he wouldn't go with her and he made her go alone or something. There's some drama there. I haven't looked into it too much, but yeah, he wasn't looking good in the community for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they mentioned it in the 4th of July video. Like Keemstar kept bringing it up that he made his wife go alone to Niagara Falls.
So the community the Locale Live community was actually giving Wings more shit this previous week than probably Boogie. But now that this has happened, Wings is looking pretty good.
Yeah. Again, in comparison, it's like that movie meme, the Mean Girls that have like one ugly fat friend to make them all look better. And that's what Wings is doing. And on this podcast specifically, because Keemstar and this Tommy C guy, they're just such fucking hateable douchebags. It makes Wings and Boogie, they're just such fucking assholes when you listen to them that Wings, in comparison, he's kind of just, sad sack. You feel bad for him.
Okay. Just to put it out there, I don't hate Wings. I don't hate Tommy C. I don't even really hate Keemstar. Boogie is on a whole different level for me. But Tommy C also is fine after in my eyes.
Yeah, you are Boogie's like number one nightmare, Jackson.
True. Tommy C is fine in my eyes. He's just got an annoying laugh that really like hurts my ears sometimes. But that's not a crime.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, anytime I've listened to Lolcow Live, I've actually been surprised, on how much entertainment I get out of it. Like, it's actually a pretty fun show.
Same. I hate to admit it. Yeah.
That's the magic of Lolcows.
I haven't really sat through a whole episode. Is it just they shoot the shit, or is there a format to it?
So it depends.
The format is that they all whip Boogie as he sits there.
So I was gonna say it kind of depends. When it first started, like one of the earlier episodes, it was kind of underwhelming because like very clearly Boogie would try and like ham it up. He wasn't in any active controversy. Then the second Boogie starts doing crypto scams, it actually just becomes like a therapy session, but in the worst way. It's like getting therapy from people that legitimately don't like you, but you convince yourself they do.
Oh, man.
It's so interesting. It's so interesting.
It's only these last few weeks that it's actually been interesting. Like there's been months. There's been months there where Locale Live has like not been worth watching. It's just been boring because Boogie is obviously aware enough where he does like ham shit up and he plays it up, and then you just listen to him for an hour, talking about how fucked up his childhood was and stuff like that, and it's just boring. But then you get like actual events like this, and it's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so where we left off, Wings brought up the salient point about, hey, just show proof. Like the obvious fucking thing, right? You're being called a liar, just show proof that you got cancer. It should be really simple. And then for some reason, this is where my name comes into it. So play clip 3.
I'm never showing any of these motherfuckers my medical paper. Go fuck yourself. I said that 2 years ago, and I'm staying by it now. Destiny, Jackson Clarke, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking die.
Who is Jackson Clarke anyway?
And your full name too.
Yeah, who is?
Yeah, it's only ever your full name.
Yeah. I don't understand. All right, well, first of all, I guess we can get into it now. I don't understand why my name's even brought up. I've never asked for proof. 2 years ago, I never even talked to him about anything. I don't know why my name's been brought up.
Because 2 years ago when he announced it, I was the only one on this show who said he might be lying, and you guys were generous. You guys were nice. And I think he's confusing you and me, and for whatever reason, he's mapped all of that anger onto you now. So you're getting shit for what I did, which is kind of hilarious to me.
It's not that.
It's not. It's Jackson's tweets. I'll tell you why. It's because Jackson has
No,
tweeted...
I mean the 2 years ago part specifically. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago, Jackson did not
Maybe.
say that Boogie is lying and I want to see proof. That's
I said he
Jackson
could be.
impression.
I said he could be lying. I mean, it's very capable. Boogie is very capable of lying. But I said I didn't want to make the accusation with no proof because
I love
no
that.
one wants to be
I
wrong.
love that phrasing. He's capable of lying like he's some kind of Jason Bourne figure. He's capable of lying about anything.
No, okay. I mean, he's capable.
Unstoppable.
He's capable of lying about cancer. Like,
No, I
which
know
is
what you
not-
mean.
Trained him to lie.
He's been
Okay.
engineered to be a liar. The best in the
He has been. He literally has
Immune
been.
to
His
all
whole life is a lie.
countermeasures.
All right. Well, now that it's
Yeah.
like basically confirmed that he's lying about cancer, I'm putting out the accusations here publicly that I don't buy anything that he said in the past. Now, I don't buy a single thing that he said in the past about
Yeah, no shit.
anything. So hey, it's all up. It's all up for grabs. I'm interested in seeing what else can be proven.
Because
now.
I'll speak for you and me, and I think everybody here at this point. We said this yesterday when we were recording the bonus, or the other day. We said he probably does have some sort of a mild condition because he is just that fucking fat. He's ultra morbidly obese. But he just ran with it and said, oh yeah, this is cancer. And he hams up everything in his fucking life. Everything. Like, he's 50 years old. He gets caught scamming his own fans and he goes, yeah, but when I was 13, my mommy was mean to me. You can't use that fucking excuse 37 years later.
Oh God,
It doesn't
he
work
is
like that.
50, isn't he?
Yeah,
Almost.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
almost.
Wow. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I never
Yeah.
put that together.
Time to put on your big boy pants. Stop with the excuses.
He is a man child.
If he was in his 30s, I could maybe see some of the immaturity, but man, when you're almost 50, like, you should be well beyond all this shit.
Wait, what? No, even what? No,
Even
no,
30s,
not
man.
even.
He's acting like an
No.
actual 14-year-old.
Yeah, no, it's
Bro, you're 30. Would you act
Yeah.
like this? Yeah.
No, I'm
can
saying
imagine.
I have met people in their late 20s, mid 30s that do still act like
Oh,
children.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't-
you'll
yeah.
absolutely find people like that in their 40s too. Like
Hmm.
like I don't think it's super uncommon for people even at his age. Like just read some of the fucking tweets from some old people on Twitter sometimes. Like he's not alone in this kind of behavior.
True.
He's far from it. Very far from it. He's not like special with it.
I guess in my mind, the more years go by, the more embarrassing it is to be acting like this. And
That's see, like that's
Yeah,
super fair. Like
absolutely.
there's a
Yeah.
direct correlation with the older you get, the most shameful it should get.
exactly
Like going
right.
up as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Chad is saying he'll be 50 in 9 days. Well,
Wow.
Oh, hey.
Happy
can do a birthday
birthday! This is
stream.
how he's
Birthday boy.
This is how he's celebrating his 50th. Hey, maybe we
Happy
should get him on
50.
for his 50th birthday. Boogie, if you're out there, he's deleted the internet. He's removed himself from the internet. You're more than welcome to come celebrate your 50th birthday with your good friend Jackson Clarke on the official podcast.
Party with the boogeyman
that will be in
and
7 days
boogie
from now.
down.
Travel to, where is it? Arkansas? Travel to him.
Yeah,
Hang
actually,
out.
Jackson, would you be willing
Oh,
to
fuck
travel
off.
to Arkansas? Assuming
No,
his
he'll shoot
firearms
you
are
at his
confiscated.
door.
No, see, that's why I
Yeah,
said
he'll
assuming the
shoot me.
firearms are confiscated.
Yeah.
He shoots Jackson through the door.
Also true. Yeah, Jackson, I don't know if it's part of your notes, but he deleted his Twitter, didn't he? Entirely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, which is, hey, that's new. That's
Wait,
big.
what?
It's
for-
no, it's not. It is not. No, it's not. Boogie deleted his Twitter. Oh, well, actually, no, he didn't delete it, did he? He went. He
No,
blocked
he
it. Never mind.
deactivated or something.
What?
Yeah, wait,
Wait,
you're right.
this is news
You're
to
right.
me. When did this happen?
No, he didn't delete. Yeah, no, he didn't delete it. He privated it after he
Yeah,
pretended that it was
Oh.
hacked.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
No,
So that's
Kai, he did
that's what I
delete it
was
right now.
remembering.
It's deactivated right now though, because I can't. To I don't know, to confirm this. I guess he has sent me DMs in the past, and I've ignored them because I know how he is in DMs. He like, suicide baits and manipulates and stuff. And he's an energy vampire. I didn't want to give him my energy, so I've never responded to him privately. So all those DMs are still in there, but now I can't find them because he deleted his account and I can't access them.
I
very annoying.
misremembered because there is a time when he privated all of his shit, and I forgot that it was private, not deleted. You're right.
I was only pointing that out because if he's taken any action to shut down Twitter and stop using it, that's a good step in the right direction.
It's also 5 years too late and the worst time for it.
Oh, absolutely.
It shows how
but it's
overwhelming
something, I
Little
guess.
too late. I mean, at this point, deleting your Twitter isn't even enough. Take an axe to your computer. You need to go offline.
Off the internet,
It's not enough. Throw it out the window.
This is nothing. This is absolutely nothing more than an inherent admission of guilt. That's all it is. It's him running away as he's always run away
No,
before.
Jackson, this is him finally being the bigger man and tuning out.
True.
Everyone said he
This is
should
him
deactivate
taking-
his Twitter, so it's a coincidence. He was going to do this regardless. It's just really weird timing is all.
Maybe his girlfriend finally nagged him like, Boogie, everybody is making fun of me. Stop it. Get off the internet. And maybe she just finally gave him some good advice through his thick skull, which I will now suggest he ignore and reach out to us. So please, I don't know how to reach out to him. So Boogie, my contact info is on my Twitter. You can reach out to Jackson. Reach out to one
Jackson
of us.
knows. He's the boogeyman.
Yeah, reach out to me, Boogie. Before we go on, a quick word from our sponsors. Working out is good for you. I know, right? Stop the presses. This is groundbreaking information I'm giving to you for free, but it's true, and it's also true it can be overwhelming to find a workout that works for you. Not so with Fitbod. Fitbod makes it super easy to set up a personalized workout routine based on what you want to accomplish, your fitness level, and the equipment you have available to you, and of course the equipment you have available to you. I've been working on my cardio lately, and I've been using Fitbod to kind of track my progress and my endurance and stuff like that, and it's been an incredible tool in my little workout tool belt that I have. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it if you're new and looking to start working out, or even if you're someone who's, familiar, you're working out every single day. I'd still recommend it because the analytical tools that it has available in there really do make a big difference in how you start to think about your workouts, and also just the raw amount of workout demonstration videos in there, especially if you work out from home or something like I do. It's just a fantastic way to make sure that your form is correct and you're not going to injure yourself doing anything silly. So add Fitbod to your workout essentials. It's really the most responsible thing you can do. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription, or try the app for free at fitbod.me/official. A link will be in the description below. That's fitbod.me/official if you like spelling it out for yourself. Thank you, Fitbod, for the long time support. They've been supporting the show for a long time, and it really does mean a lot. Please check them out if you're at all interested in working out and improving those beautiful bodies of yours. Back to the show. And back in. So this next clip, this one's important because it shows why he may be refusing to show proof of his cancer. This is what his rationale is.
Clip 4.
Yep.
You could
Don't
easily
fuck
end
yourself.
this right now by just showing
I would rather
the
you
diagnosis.
motherfuckers. I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP. I would rather you motherfuckers continue to LARP than to have
Okay, well,
the
no,
last
here's the
goddamn thing. The last
You're the one-
goddamn thing.
you're the one
the
accused
last
of
piece
LARPing.
fucking security I have in the fucking world.
The last piece of
The last
security he has in the
goddamn
world? It's the last
give
thing
him
he owns is
privacy.
this cancer diagnosis.
Let me replay that.
Damn thing. The last
You're the one-
goddamn thing.
you're the one
the
accused
last
of
piece
LARPing.
fucking security I have in the fucking world.
No,
Yeah,
he
I don't know
says
what that
security. I don't know, like...
Yeah.
It's his buzzword. That's all.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think it's just confusing words.
I think he meant to say privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Security sounds more important though.
Yeah.
You can jump ahead to clip 8 now because Destiny puts an offer out there, which is very important to see.
If Boogie can confirm, that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer, I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
No fuck yourself. No fuck.
Ugh.
Hey, you need the
10,000.
money.
Fuck
You're not
yourself.
seeing my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical
$5
records.
grand.
I said this.
He
I said
doesn't
this.
have to-
Not for 50, really. My fucking ass.
Years
Well,
ago.
Just remember, okay, so then I just want people to remember in the future then, when Boogie says, I have to do XYZ scam to raise money because my medical bills are hurting so much, he can speak publicly about his medical issues to scam his fans to raise money, but he can't take $5,000 to privately confirm a diagnosis that he already publicly said he has. Doesn't make any sense, but
Even I have a fucking limit. Even I have a fucking limit.
Well, what a hero.
He's standing on business.
Yeah,
What is-
he's standing on his morals.
That's such a confusing thing. What is the limit? Okay, I have this diagnosis. Oh man, do you have any proof? No. That's the line.
Will you see taking 5K off Destiny is somehow more morally dubious than scamming your audience in a pump and dump crypto scam?
I was gonna say this isn't even like an embarrassing. This isn't even like a humiliating thing that could happen to somebody. Like, hey, okay, we'll have a private third party confirm something that I'm claiming, and you pay me. Sure. As long as you promise not to like leak my fucking docs and stuff onto the internet. Sure.
Yeah. If I was suffering from a disease and I needed help financially, and I had people online who are like, look, man, there's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of disingenuous people. If you can just give me some proof and I will help you out, I'd be like, here you go. Here's every goddamn document I have.
I feel like everybody would,
Clarke.
right?
Yeah.
like I'm sure there's definitely like a pride thing. Like if you like Breaking Bad, right? Walter White. There's definitely some kind of pride thing there. But in a situation
Well, don't compare
like
Boogie to
in,
Walter White. Let's be conservative.
Yeah, that was me.
Boogie's a much
Walter
better
White.
character. Yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry. But like I feel like no matter what though, in a situation like Boogie's, you would be more than willing to do that, especially because it gets up to an 80 grand offer. Now, of course, you can question whether or not people were actually going to follow through with 80 grand, but even still,
They said
to
they put in a
decline
trust.
on that, like to not even try on that, which
Yeah,
is like
it's
actually
better than
life changing,
nothing.
is crazy.
Better
Yeah,
than
it's
nothing.
crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Remember, this is the man that has been literally publicly e-begging for about 3 years.
Yes.
About how he lost all his money in crypto, about how every paycheck is important, and he won't take 80 grand. But fuck that, he won't take 5 grand to confirm
If it's
something
a
that he's been
pride
talking about for
thing-
2 years anyway.
If it's a
What pride thing?
thing,
He's been
yeah,
talking
if
about
it is a
cancer for 2
pride.
years anyway.
If it's a pride
He also
thing,
just got
you
naked on the
threw-
same stream. Like what
Yeah,
pride?
yeah,
He
Yeah.
got
Constantly
naked.
humiliates
We're
himself.
getting there. But if it is a pride thing, if that's what we're talking about, if that's the one thread he wants to latch onto, you got rid of all of that when you did the crypto scam. You already threw that out the window to show
No,
that
you
you're
got no,
desperate.
absolutely not.
He got rid of it 6 years
Boogless
ago.
does not have pride. That
Yeah.
doesn't enter the equation here. That's not part of the algebra. Also, Chad is making a good point out. Walter White didn't fake his cancer.
Also true.
True.
That's the only difference between Boogie and Walter White.
Walter actually had cancer.
Other than that, they're 1-to-1. Exact same
They're
timeline
pretty
and
much
everything.
the same character.
Yeah.
All right, what clip is next?
All right, so the next one is Boogie goes on to claim that myself, Jackson Clarke, has been asking for his medical records.
Here
for
comes
2
the
years.
boogeyman.
This is clip 9.
It is what it is. I mean, people have been saying this. Jackson Clarke's been saying this for 2 years. He asked for my medical records. I told him no. I'm going to tell Destiny no too.
Yeah, but it
I was
looks
going
so
to do it. I
bad,
handed
dude.
over to. I would have handed it over to Jackson Clarke 2 years ago.
I don't understand.
The
That's one
boogeyman
Jackson
strikes.
Clarke per 6 seconds. Do you maybe think it's because he took pride in his like Twitter presence, like his social media presence, and that's where you went after him, and that pissed him
Maybe.
off?
Well, okay, so to give him the benefit of the doubt, in March, right? March this year, so definitely not 2 years ago, I did call him out because he there was a period of time there where someone vandalized his garage door, I believe. It was a drug dealer that he was getting mushrooms off, the spiritual dealer.
Yeah, the shaman, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
it the
the
shaman?
The shaman.
Yeah, the shaman. The shaman like got angry at him and some stuff happened. He vandalized his house, whatever. And then Boogie like posted a tweet basically saying, "Hey guys, my house just got vandalized," and it's just like the word thief printed on his garage door. And he says,
Misspelled.
"So yeah, it's misspelled. Well, no, it's spelled fine on the garage door, isn't it? How do you spell thief?"
No.
Oh no! What do you mean? How do you spell thief?
No, that's right. You
It is
confused me.
spelled right. Who am I think? Yeah, okay. I misremembered.
You were the one that was
I must
wrong.
be
Fuck
thinking
you.
of different cow.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's spelt right. And he says, "Help me pay to fix this. Share this and drive them nuts." And I tweeted at him saying, like, "What are you doing, you lunatic? Why are you e-begging again? When just yesterday you tweeted saying, I'm still holding 2.5 ETH, Ethereum, and I'm excited to see where it is. Hopefully won't have to sell it for a while longer and can cash it out for a ton more." And at the time, 2.5 Ethereum was worth like $10,000. And so I was like, you begged for money from your fans while still sitting on crypto? And then he was like, "Yes, Jackson." He quote replied to me so that his audience could see it. He always does that whenever he replies to anyone he quote retweets so that he can send what little amount of his audience he still has like passionately enamored to him after whoever he's quote retweeting. It's like really pathetic. And he says, "Yes, Jackson, when I found out I had cancer, I panicked. This is in March, by the way. Cancer was 2 years ago, like when that whole thing happened. I'm talking about right now." And he says, "I was holding onto some Ethereum at the time and the market hit the floor and I was looking at tens of thousands of dollars worth of medical bills and no way to pay it. Ain't I such an asshole?" And then he continues to go on saying, "Fun fact, I never came up with the money, so I've never seen the specialist I needed and ignored most of the tests and treatments that was required in favor of holding what little Ethereum I had left so I could live off it and not be homeless. I sure do suck." So he's using his cancer against me, basically. He's going like, "I have cancer, aren't I such an asshole because I'm still holding on to my Ethereum?" But yes, you are an asshole because you're still e-begging from your audience while you're holding money. That's my point. And so we got into it on Twitter. There was more words exchanged, but I basically claimed kind of that because of his history of lying so much, I don't know if he does or doesn't have cancer. That's what I said. That's all I've ever said publicly, other than on the show, about his cancer, and that was in March. So maybe he's referring to that, but I don't know. He makes the claim that I asked for proof, which I have never done.
I think what it is, and I feel like this is probably the case, he has so much like hatred for a lot of people that his timelines get so fucking foggy.
Yeah.
So when you called him out, to him, it probably, like in reality, it was 2 months, but to him, it probably felt like 2 years. So it was like 2 years ago when Jackson made those tweets about me. Because he's tweeting all the time. Like, it seems like he is constantly red in the face, angry at someone, angry about something, trying to correct someone, trying to be the good guy, like all the time. I feel like he just really loses track of what actually happened.
Hey. Let's not forget that he's only red in the face because he's Native American, okay? Let's not lose perspective here.
I was looking for that tweet the other day, and I couldn't find it. I don't know when he deleted that. Yeah, I think so. I was looking for that tweet because I was just going through like a classic Boogie Lies like rabbit hole, and I was looking for that one in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many. There is so many. And it's annoying because I get confused as well. I get confused as to what he said in the past because he deletes, he edits stuff. It's super hard to keep consistent on him. And I follow him a lot. So if I find it confusing, I don't know how other people do it.
Yeah, imagine the casual sports fans trying to watch.
Imagine the amateur Boogie watcher. Yeah. All right, so what was next? Clip 10.
10 coming up.
Because everyone's
going to
think you lied about.
I ain't never going to do it.
Then you lied.
Never.
Then you
Go
lied.
right ahead.
Why the fuck would you lie about that?
I didn't. I'm telling you the same thing I told Jackson Clarke 2 years ago. Go fuck yourself. It's my medical records.
He didn't tell you to go fuck yourself 2 years ago. He didn't tell any of us to go fuck ourselves. Didn't he like suck cock?
Yeah,
like, Moist Critical, I still love you the whole time.
Yeah.
Throughout all
One
of
his
it.
messages in my DMs was like, I heard that I disappointed you or something because he thought I was like a longtime fan of his that became disillusioned. Because I think we were joking about that on an episode at some point. He was like, "Oh, it breaks my heart to know that I've let you down. I still love you though. I hope we can become friends again in the future," or something dumb like that.
I know. I received roughly the same message, which now I wish I could access, but I can't.
Yeah,
because he,
same.
I guess, nuked his Twitter. He also, in this, throughout this episode, he starts doing this like Joe Biden thing where he just looks down and looks like he's just falling asleep. Like he pensively stares down, like, but he's not. Like he's actually very animated and angry.
I think he's looking at his phone. Because he's actually looking at his medical records on his phone because he keeps like holding it up to the screen and
It
saying,
says you're fine.
I could show you.
Negative.
Yeah. No, he keeps like holding it up to the screen, the camera, and going, I could show you it. It's right here, but I'm not gonna. And it's like, okay,
Yeah. Oh
move.
god, that was so bad. Like for $80,000, he has to make a micro movement, and he gets paid so much and just doesn't.
Yeah. All right, so clip 11, this next one is about Tommy C makes a pretty good point as well, if you want to play that.
Did you feel an obligation, the fact that you shared this publicly, All right, I can understand not showing your medical. Look, certainly Destiny or fans or anybody else or me not entitled to medical records, but you have shared this and used this on a lot of issues, including in private with me. Where like I'm having a bad cancer day. You've said that; those are words you used to me. If you've gone to the public with this, don't you have an obligation to put it to rest? A moral obligation.
I would rather go ahead and fucking burn.
Jeez.
What? What? I don't remember that part. What the fuck?
I would rather go ahead and burn.
That is so... Yeah, I would rather go burn is so confusing because that just admits guilt, doesn't it? When he's like, no, I am lying. I'd rather just hold on to that lie.
I'd rather burn in hell and show you
I'd rather
my medical
burn in hell
records.
than admit I was lying. That's what that says to me.
By the way, I completely believe that Tommy C guy too in this instance where he says you've used this excuse in private. Like absolutely a bad cancer day.
100%.
What does that look like for Boogie? You're not. I guess when Walter White is having a fight with fucking Jesse and he's puking in the toilet, that's a bad cancer day. What does that even mean?
Well, I'm confused because Boogie himself has said this cancer is like the cancer that you want, basically. He said that in the past. He said it's like the training wheels of cancer. It's I don't know. He compared it to like someone else's
That's
cancer.
a super insensitive thing to people to say to people about cancer. Jesus Christ.
That's classic Boogie, though. That's actually just
Boogie.
classic Boogie.
So a guy, he said this. He said this, right?
Wheels for cancer.
He said this basically. Like another streamer came onto this live stream named Mr. Medica. Who actually does have cancer, like a very serious form of cancer that he's proven.
Probably going to die from,
he's shown the records that he does have this cancer. And he was incredulous that Boogie would not show his records. He's like, I did it. It was fine. Why aren't you doing it? And they got into like a bit of a debate about it and stuff like that. And Boogie says to him, my cancer is basically just the training wheels of cancers. You've got the Dark Souls of cancer. He said that basically, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, he's so slimy.
Chad is saying Boogie called it the Animal Crossing of cancer, which is such a Boogie thing to say.
That's
By the way, Medicare showed us cancer. Medicare is one of those figures where like periodically people get very angry at him, and I tell him, I actually hope you die. And Medicare still has never, to my knowledge, not scammed his audience with any of this like NFT crypto bullshit.
No, you know what he does?
Good for him.
He actually, you know what he does to support his wife? While he's going through cancer and stuff like that. Yeah, he does content. He streams and he sells merch, and that's what. Yes, you shouldn't be e-begging. He makes content for people.
Have we done a watch along of Ethan Ralph streaming with Medicare? Because that was very entertaining, because at some point Ethan Ralph gets so fucking shit-faced that he begins crying a little and he goes, I hope you die, Medicare. I hope you fucking die. It's very amusing.
No, I haven't seen that.
Remind me to do that. Okay. Okay. What's next?
All right. So clip 12 is yet another Boogie rationale dump about why he's choosing to keep this to himself. The diagnosis.
That's not the question. Actually, it's the question.
Oh, you're lying. Why would you rather burn? Why won't you prove it? You're lying. You're fucking. I know you too well. Same reason I told Jackson. I know you too well. You're lying. Why, dude? This is the one fucking thing. This is the one fucking thing I'm keeping to myself.
Why? You don't keep anything else to yourself. It's not like people are taking information from him or anything, or making him reveal other stuff about him. He gets up and films himself naked. He shows off his, girlfriend in her bikini and stuff like that. Think about the documentary. All the shit that he revealed in the documentary himself for attention.
People didn't know anything about his hooker addiction. Yeah, like he himself puts forth every single micro second of his life.
But no, this is too far. Yeah, this is too far.
Yeah, this one thing is too far.
In the documentary, there's a whole segment. There's a whole segment about all the illnesses that he has. Do you remember that in the documentary where he goes over literally every single illness that he has?
Yes, and they play it like a credit scene where like it is 50 paragraphs of all the stuff that's wrong with him. And you also know that this is bullshit because revealing this private information would be beneficial for you. It would make people respect you more.
It's literally the one time that revealing this information, out of all the other times where you've revealed information that has made you look like a fucking loser, this would be the one time where it would actually be to your benefit. And he goes, this one's just for me. Like an indignant baby.
Fuck you, Jackson Clarke.
Yeah.
Shaking his fist, damn you, Jackson Clarke, I'm not doing it.
I'm not helping myself.
He's not even keeping it to himself. He's announcing it to the entire world and doing entire crypto scams to quote unquote support it and all of this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he talks about it all the time.
He's hiding one
it's not
piece of
private.
it for some reason. He's not revealing a single piece of this giant thing for some reason. I wonder what that reason could be.
No one's going into this and going, wait, Boogie has cancer? Because he's fucking said it a million times over the last 2 years. No one is surprised that he's used it a million times. Nothing is private with Boogie apart from apparently the proof that he has cancer. That's where he draws the line. And also, he again, with the privacy, he has filmed himself doing like sleep studies and in like doctors' offices and stuff and posts it to his Twitter. Like there's tweets about from inside the doctor's office, like talking about his health and stuff like that. So I do not for a second, obviously, believe that he cares about doctor confidentiality or his medical records when he's literally tweeting from the doctor's office about his fucking thing.
This is like if I had uploaded a video of myself in like a diaper wetting myself one time. And then you ask, hey, Kaya, could we also see proof of your gigantic cock? And I say, no, stop asking. It's my private life. It's like, well, you've already showed us so much more embarrassing shit. Like, why not this?
That's a crazy example to use here.
How is this embarrassing? I don't understand. Like, there's no conceivable rational reason why he would be holding on to this information when all it does is make us look like idiots and all of us look like bad people for claiming that he doesn't have
loves
cancer.
that. He loves to do that. That was his whole Twitter presence. Yeah.
Yeah, if he could prove that he was right, he absolutely would. Remember when he his account, you know, he deactivated his account and he claimed that it was hacked or whatever, and then he posted proof of it, which was basically like telecom records or whatever. Yeah, he's completely fine with posting proof to confirm things. He's done it in the past, even though in that particular case it was fabricated, and the developer of the app that he said gave the hacking vulnerability to his phone came out and said our app doesn't do that. So there's been a bunch of stuff where he's been disproven even in that situation, but still he loves disproving stuff. He loves it.
Yeah, he also brings up his girlfriend as an excuse for, I want to respect our privacy and I'm sick and tired of people prying into our lives. Like, your girlfriend is in a documentary crying about her daddy issues. Like, we're past that point.
Boogie does not allow her a second of privacy. Like, anytime Boogie's on camera, he makes sure that she is there too, and it really does not seem like any of the time she wants to be. It seems like it is against her will being in that content.
I don't know if she is into it or not.
I'm saying it just seems. Of course, I can't say with 100% certainty, but she legitimately seems miserable in a lot of the videos Boogie puts her in. Like, I don't think she wants to be in a bikini every single time she's in a fucking Boogie video.
What I was going to say is Boogie has a massive history of objectifying women. He ran a fucking porn site with the cringiest stuff we've gone over in the past. He obviously thinks of women as objects for him basically. And you know, I doubt she wants to be in videos where he's putting her in bikinis to sell his crypto coin or his Meta PC sponsorships or whatever. So yeah, and you can also go back through his videos, and you can pinpoint the moment where he got together with her, because before that, all his thumbnails were just like bland, uninspired and shit. And then every single thumbnail after that is him and his girlfriend in the thumbnails for like 6 months straight. It's so funny. You can see it happen in real time. But yeah, he can't use this excuse when every single element of his life he has willingly put out there, and then go like, well, this one's just for me. This is just for me. Like, fuck off. Liar.
This one's too far. I won't let Jackson Clarke have it.
Like I wanted everything else, yeah.
Jackson's taken so much already. It's not this one. It's not this one.
I don't know why he kept referring to me in my full name either. It felt so weird.
I love that he does, though. You are only Jackson Clarke to you.
Yeah. It's because he only sees my Twitter handle, probably. All right, the next one. I don't know what the next one is. Just play it.
What clip was this? 12, 13. Okay.
don't you have a moral obligation under these particular circumstances? I don't
perhaps,
think
if I do, I am going to perhaps, and if I do, then I'm going to ignore that moral obligation here in favor of keeping one last shred of privacy in my life. I shouldn't have shared it to begin with. It was a very stupid decision. I knew no one would give a shit, including the people that are here. I should have never fucking shared it. It should have stayed a private thing.
When nobody here even cares about me and my cancer.
It's
you
always
can't put the
bullshit
genie back in the
manipulation.
bottle, man. You're already out there. It's already all this thing. Just fucking seal the deal. Stop. What's the point of dancing around it by this point? Obviously, we know what's going on. But there's no point in dancing around anymore. Just fucking end it. Get it over with.
I mean, if he had cancer, if he had that diagnosis, he would show you immediately.
Yeah,
he would have done it. He would have done
Of
it
course.
like immediately, especially when there was a money offer on the table. Yes, he would have.
Yeah, and also again,
Absolutely.
like going back to what he was saying about, he should have never done this. You did do it. You did it immediately. The day you got the diagnosis, apparently, you went to Twitter to celebrate the fact that you have cancer and that you can now, e-beg on an entirely different level. Like, obviously you immediately did it, and then you did it every single day after for 2 years. So you can say, "Oh, I should have never done it," but you did for about 700 days. So, next one.
Clip 14.
You're guarding your medical records because they're sacred to you, and now I'll show you my other shit in the future.
Oh, I've shown photos from my doctor's office.
I understand that, but you're telling us she can't do it now, and now you're saying you're like when the biopsy happens, then you're going to show it. This makes no sense.
No, I'm saying I'll show photos of the biopsy, but I'm not going to show you the results. That's me. That's for me.
I'm going to show you
Why?
photos, but not
That's
results. What's ridiculous?
What does it even mean?
It means he wants them to diagnose it themselves. He wants them to look at it and go, "Oh, yeah, that is cancer." You're right.
I won't show you the doctor saying it's cancer. Just look at these X-rays and then you tell me.
I won't show you the medical lab verified doctor approved opinion and diagnosis, but I will show you a picture of a random medical piece and say, "You know what that is. You can do it."
Hold on, I'm getting some last minute private messages right now. I'm not gonna say the name, but somebody claims he knows one of Boogie's friends. And they're saying the maintenance guy, name redacted, at our apartment complex, said Boogie's normal speaking voice is so annoying. He said they grew apart because he got a girlfriend. He said Boogie would buy them pizza and offer them money to clean his apartment. That sounds like Boogie. It's unverified.
Unverified source, but yeah, that does sound like
believable.
some bribery Boogie might engage in.
It sounds like douchebaggery he would engage in. Like, hey, I'll buy you pizza. You want to clean my fucking dorm? Loser, I have a girlfriend. You don't. I have YouTube money.
But he's not correct me if I'm wrong, he's still in the same house though, right? He's not in an apartment.
He's in a house, not an apartment. That's what I was going to say.
No, the person that, I guess, a second-hand party, he's a maintenance guy in apartments who used to go to, I guess, the same magic club as Boogie, apparently. That's what I'm being told.
I mean, that's believable.
Not magic club, like,
I mean, it could
comic
just,
book club.
I mean, it could just be a troll that knows Boogie well enough.
Yeah, I think it's just trolling, but Boogie doesn't go to magic clubs. You guys don't remember? He brings the magic club to his house and then says, "Where's your bitches at?" You guys don't remember that?
No, yeah,
he does. He has private
absolutely
parties,
goes
but he
to-
definitely goes to comic book stores. Yeah, there's like footage of him
absolutely.
playing.
No, wait, still? Because the last footage I ever saw of him in a comic book store
I don't
was
know
of
if
him trading in
still.
some rare cards.
Which was in
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
documentary
Yeah,
like
but
a
he
year ago.
clearly knows the guy. This is a story from like years ago, not currently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because-
I thought this was like brand new. Like this is like okay.
Oh no,
Gotcha.
no.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
Oh, then it's
This is
definitely
like
believable.
somebody's telling me I used to know him.
Yeah,
My
can't
bad,
be
I
substantiated though.
Okay,
Can't be
clip
substantiated.
50.
Yeah.
Bought us pizza and offered me money to clean his house. Because that's what you do with your friends, right?
The
Yeah, clean my
response
house,
shouldn't
I'll
be
give you
good thing to say.
$50.
Let's say that. Let's say you're not lying. All right. And
I
you're
would have
telling the
shared it
truth
2
right
years
now.
ago if I was going to share it. I would have sent it to
Okay.
Jackson 2 years ago.
Okay, hear me out. Let's say
Hey,
you're
just
not
Jackson
lying.
this time.
You're
Yeah.
Just Jackson, yeah.
Jackson
All right,
who?
so that's Yeah, who are you referring to? Please use my full title.
Yeah, which Jackson? Is it Michael Jackson?
Next clip. So this, again, more talk about his medical records.
I always knew this day would come, that I would either have to choose between showing my medical records to somebody or have the internet say that I fake cancer. And the internet is now going to say I fake cancer because I'm going to stand on the decision I made 2 years ago, which is this is for me. This is the one I would rather go. And this is fine. I'll leave the internet.
That doesn't make no. Who's going to believe that?
I always knew that as a pathological liar who's been proven to lie about many things, this day would come where I would have to provide proof for something.
I always knew since I decided to lie about cancer that someday people might figure out I'm lying about cancer. Like, no shit.
This is the final straw. I will leave the internet over this. After everything. After all the private shit.
There are 45 other times he should have left the internet over something, but okay. Sure.
Right, he didn't even need to leave the internet. He just needed to leave Twitter and he would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Twitter and Reddit are both of his sins.
Yeah.
I still just don't understand. Like, his fucking medical records are apparently like the Ark of the Covenant or something. They're like the most privately held documents in existence. Like, they're so sanctimonious that he cannot imagine a world where he shows them. I'm wondering maybe if, like, just, you know, thought experiment him. Would there be something potentially embarrassing on the medical records that he doesn't want shown?
Like a
it wouldn't show up in like
probably.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you could find you could redact everything but the pertinent information, right? Like, I'm sure that's possible.
Maybe.
Yeah, this isn't difficult. You can easily just hire somebody to do this for you, like a third party, an attorney.
Yeah.
Somebody who would be legally obliged to keep your private information private, but just confirm the one part that you want him to make public. It's easy. It wouldn't even cost that much. It's like $500.
Or take the document and upload a scan of it and just black out whatever you don't want people seeing. That's all you have to do.
No, I'm saying even that, because even if he did that, people would say, well, you're faking it. This is photoshopped.
Yeah.
No, just hire an actual person who's not
credible.
associated with you, the show, Keemstar. Hire somebody and have them go, yes, I verify this. I notarize this. Easy. Easy peasy. Doesn't even take a week.
Or just send it to someone who doesn't like you. Send it to CoffeeZilla, who's like credible. Like, that's easy.
Send it to CoffeeZilla. Send it to fucking Mutahar.
Send it to me. I'll confirm it for you.
No, Jackson, you'll never get that information.
Yeah, fuck you, Jackson Clarke.
Fuck Jackson Clarke.
It would be pretty hilarious though if I did turn out to be the one person he sends it to, like that I'm the person that'll break the dam. That would be fucking incredible.
I feel like he would trust you the least too.
No, he messages you and he's like, Jackson, it's all a ruse. I trust you implicitly. You're my savior in all this.
It was all a test to see how you would react.
Yeah, I wanted to test your fortitude as I called you out. You passed.
Okay, clip 17.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big one.
But Tommy, do you believe that? Do you believe that? My medical records are for me. He tells everybody his medical issues. He's over here. I got high blood pressure.
This is one thing I'm going to hold on to. Like, it's actually
yeah. No one is going to believe that.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I'd rather just go and leave the internet. I mean, I'll be honest with you.
What?
And
because
nobody has
you're
to believe it. I don't
guilty.
Wah, I'm gonna take my toys and go home. I'd rather leave the internet. Why?
He'd rather burn in hell and leave the internet than show the one thing that he has in his hands right now that could confirm that he's not a fucking giant liar who's lying about having cancer. In no world does that make sense.
I don't know how at any point after he said I'd rather burn in hell, anyone could possibly believe he's not lying, because that right there, why would you burn in hell if you're telling the truth? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no one believes him. Like, it's I think they ran polls and it was like 99%.
I feel like this is something we talked about a lot. I don't know what dimension Boogie inhabits, like, in his mind. But the crazy thing is, even if he is lying, which it seems like he very much is, even if he just came forward and said, yep, lied about that, He could just go to his YouTube channel, still make videos, and still have an audience and still make money. But instead, he's going to just let everything erode, like just go away, because he will not do it.
Yep.
He refuses.
I've said this from day one when we were talking about this guy. Just stop talking. Just get off social media. Grind on YouTube. Congrats, you've turned your entire life around. Crazy how that works.
Also, stop lying about cancer.
It's crazy how easy it could have been for him. Like, he couldn't have had an easier layup.
He had the numbers. He still had some of the image. That's all he had to do. Just stop interjecting into everything and make content. That's it. The end.
Surely it wasn't that difficult to continue to pretend or continue the ruse of being a nice guy anyway. Like, how bad of a person do you have to be to then like let that facade slip and just constantly over 6 years continue to diminish it?
It's not as bad of a person as you have to be, because a lot of bad people get away with that very easily. It's how insecure do you have to be to fumble it that badly? You know, what we do and what creators do and people with large audiences, as cynical as it is a business. You try to be genuine and try to be maybe an artist, try to be a friend, whatever, foster a community, but it's also a business when it reaches a certain point, and you have to operate under what is good for the career, what is a business decision in a lot of these matters. And Boogie never once considers that. He lets his emotions or pettiness or insecurity or what have you take over for everything. So he starts these unnecessary conflicts. He lies about things that he shouldn't to look better. He has that completely unearned bravado that you see all throughout the documentary of, oh, I got to have my friends over and all these arcade machines and all this cool shit. Like, I will never, for as long as I live, let him let go of the fact he owns 20 arcade machines and then stares at the camera and says, I need money desperately.
I mean, look at all the shit in his background, all the fucking lame shit in the background right there.
Let's be honest here. This is an incompetent dumbass who just lucked into a YouTube career at some point. And he made a lot of money.
Who now feels owed. He now feels owed on top of that.
But just imagine the incompetence it takes from, hey, I got really lucky on YouTube, hundreds of thousands of views, to I now, for sustenance, I have to let a Keemstar, a man who dyes his beard, whip me every day, whip me, spank me like a slut in porn. Like stuff his hand down my throat as my mascara runs down my cheeks. What a bitch. What an incompetent fucking clown.
Another thing to definitely mention, hold on, before the last clip, it's not even just insecurity, it's also just an unbelievable, unfathomable amount of laziness. Like, not only did Boogie have the easiest path, he had the easiest content as well. It's the simplest stuff. It's literally, he talks about some games. Like, he plays games, right? Like, it's very easy to talk about games. Shit, we do that for like whole episodes. Like, it's not a hard thing. It's not like it's money that he has to be spending on the content, I guess maybe to buy a game, but when he does that, he doesn't play it, I guess, like Final Fantasy. Like, it's a crazy amount of just being lazy and not wanting to do the bare minimum. And then he's talking about how he has to pay for these like elaborate trips. So like doing his vlog content from Legoland or wherever he went, he's like, no, I gotta go travel over here to eat at this place for this video. Like, it's just so ridiculous. I'll never be able to wrap my head around it.
I think a good way to combine what you and I are saying into one solid point is it's a sense of entitlement. He feels owed.
Yeah, he's owed.
Yeah, he feels owed for everything, like he doesn't need to work for it, like it should just happen. Like, he should be allowed to just do these things and do what he wants to be doing, and it'll work out, rather than playing the system, playing the game, actually giving a shit and trying.
Yeah, because he's a permanent victim. He feels like the world should just give him everything he wants whenever he asks for it, because he's a raging narcissist as well. He's also not a covert narcissist. He's not a covert narcissist. He's just a narcissist. Like,
he's also very openly narcissistic. Yeah, like, it's very obvious.
Yeah. Yep.
No, but he thinks he's being covert because he says all that sad sack shit. It's like, oh, I'm such a loser. I'm a fat cuck. And he thinks that makes up for it, for his ego that just bleeds into everything and everybody can tell. Clip 18.
So disgusting. Wait, no. I think we can just skip to the clip 21, the compilation of all the times that he mentioned me.
You're not going to like this.
Jackson Clarke's been saying this for 2 years. Jackson Clarke 2 years ago.
Be quiet for a second.
I told Jackson Clarke
know
I would have sent it to Jackson 2 years ago. Jackson Clarke 2 years ago.
Then Jackson Clarke.
Jackson Clarke is Charlie. Jackson Clarke is Charlie. I made this bet a year ago, or 2 years ago, when I told Jackson Clarke and Penguin Zero. And this is a decision I made when Jackson Clarke demanded this shit 2 fucking years ago.
I don't know who Jackson Clarke is.
Why do you keep calling him Jackson Clarke?
I don't know his real name. What is it?
I don't know who the fuck.
What do you mean?
I love that. I love that so much.
I don't know my real name. You've been saying it non-stop.
Hold on, what that is. No one knows.
I literally don't know who we're talking about.
Here's who Jackson Clarke is. As I said to Jackson Clarke 2 years ago, or at least said about it.
Jackson Clarke.
How much money did Jackson Clarke get you to fucking say his name?
Penguin Zero, Jackson Clarke, Penguin Zero, Jackson Clarke. Check it out.
I don't know his real name. Oh my god.
I don't know his real name. What do you mean? Jackson Clarke isn't an alias that I came up with.
That's so funny.
There was a great conspiracy, and someone in the Patreon chat posted it as well. There's a great conspiracy I saw on stream where Boogie, the hypothesis is Boogie believes Jackson Clarke is me. So that Jackson Clarke and I are the same, and that Jackson Clarke is the alias I use to Boogie bully specifically.
Boogie bully?
I don't think so, because he in the video he says like Jackson Clarke is Charlie's podcast guy or something.
It's just a really good conspiracy theory to
he was
believe.
on our fucking show many years ago.
Oh yeah,
Jackson,
true. That too.
Personally.
I just really like the theory though, because the way he says it, he says Jackson Clarke is Charlie or whatever.
I'm like the shadow, or like the shadow individual controlling you with puppet strings. I
know that's like a scene out of Long Legs when they're connecting the murders. Like, oh my god, Jackson Clarke is Charlie.
It's hard to get better comedic timing than who is Jackson Clarke. I don't know his real name. Just full legal name on display
so
the whole
good.
time.
I know.
Can that be our episode title? What is Jackson Clarke's real name?
Yeah, no, it'd just be who is Jackson Clarke. That's what
Who
we'll
is
call
Jackson
this.
Clarke should definitely be the title, yeah.
Why would you pick Jackson Clarke as an alias too? I mean, if it was like
Hey,
Madonna,
I think it's
would
a pretty cool
understand,
name.
but-
I think it's a pretty cool
great
name.
name. It's a great name.
Thank you.
All right. I mean, I guess he doesn't know your name. He said it like 50 fucking times, but he doesn't know who you are.
Well, now he does.
All
right.
Okay, that was fun.
Yeah, so that's everything. Boogie, TLDR, Boogie's lying about cancer. I mean, I think that's obvious, right? There's no other possible reason as to why he wouldn't show proof. Like, none.
So it is worth mentioning, though. It is possible he still has it. He just never got diagnosed. So apparently he's going to get a test, and that will confirm whether or not he does. So if that test comes back positive, then he does. But he still lied about having it for the last 2 years. Like, he lied about the whole situation.
knowing
And it
for
gives
sure,
him an
yeah.
out too, because if let's say he does have cancer but never got an official diagnosis, he could go to the doctor, get one, and then just say, "Okay, everyone, fine, I've broken down, and here's my diagnosis. You finally forced my hand," when it's just a new thing that he did behind the scenes. It's yeah.
It wouldn't overwrite the lying for the last 2 years.
Right.
No, he's definitely been lying for the last 2 years. He doesn't know for sure if he has cancer or not. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the outcome. And so Keemstar tweeted this like the day after, I think, shortly after, saying, "To the best of my knowledge, based on everything I know, Boogie went on steroids that could cause cancer in the blood years ago and was warned of the dangers. 2 years ago, after he lost all of his money in crypto, he went to the doctor and had high red blood cells indicating he may have cancer blood." Which I don't think is a scientific term, but okay. He may have cancer blood. Before he got any confirmation, he rushed to make a YouTube video announcing he had cancer, which, let's be real, that is a very Boogie thing to do, so I believe that wholeheartedly. 2 years later, he still doesn't have confirmation he has cancer, but he has been telling everyone he does and used it for sympathy multiple times. Whether it was promoting his crypto scam or asking people to financially support him, lying about the cancer could be considered fraud. He is scheduled to get a confirmation test to see if he 100% has cancer soon. So ironically, even though he's lied, he may still have cancer. Which is, yeah, I guess true. Also, another thing people have pointed out, and I think Keemstar may have pointed it out, is, or Wings may have pointed it out. Remember boxing event between Boogie and Wings?
Yeah.
Where he didn't throw a single punch.
Yeah. Apparently, you by boxing laws or something, you need to confirm that you're in good health, I guess, or whatever that means. Like no debilitating conditions, like cancer and stuff. So he may have lied about that, and now Keemstar's boxing organization or whatever may be held liable for letting a cancer patient box or something. Or maybe the records show that he doesn't have cancer, and Keemstar can access it that way. I don't know. That's just something that was thrown around that I thought could be potentially interesting. But yeah, that's where everything's at.
Cool. Thank you.
Well, what about him getting naked?
He gets naked. I don't want to show it.
None to talk about there, Jackson? You seem to be backing out now.
Wait, I kind of want to see now. Is there a clip?
Oh, you pull it up. You can pull it up somewhere. I didn't click it.
You got to be committed if you're going to be the boogeyman, Jackson. You can't just back out when it gets to this part. Come on.
He's done this like 3 times now.
He does it all the time.
Where he gets naked on stream. So his thing was, someone said like, "What privacy? You have no." It was I don't remember who said it now.
It was Medicare, I'm pretty sure.
Was it Medicare? Yeah. Someone said like, "Why all of a sudden you care about privacy now? You're fine talking about like paying for hookers and getting naked." And he's like, "Well, yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I'm gonna get naked right now." So then he takes his clothes off.
And then everyone forgot about the diagnosis entirely.
Yep. It was a really cool strategy.
It works. It's seen in politics all the time. Senators, constantly.
Yep, that's a man. That's a man that loves privacy, right? Big proponent of privacy. Like, come on. Yeah. All right, so I think we're all in agreement that Boogie has lied about. I think everyone agrees, right? Generally speaking, culturally, society, like in terms of society, lying about cancer is probably one of the worst things you can do. Like, I'm not gonna wag my finger or anything because it's Boogie, and this is just funny at the end of the day. But a lot of people know people who have had cancer. Many people who have had people pass away from cancer. Like, it actually is just an extremely disgusting thing to lie about at the end of the day. So a big old fuck you to Boogie for doing that. But that's where I am.
Now, who said that? Do you want to confirm your identity? Because he doesn't seem to know.
Yeah, who was that?
My name is Charlie White, and I approve that message.
The mask comes off. It's like the masked magician revealing.
Yeah.
I am Jackson Clarke. No, I am Jackson Clarke.
God, he made me sound so cool. He made me sound like Batman. Fuck, I love that so much.
That was so good.
I was smiling so hard throughout it. Yeah, and that's the only thing that happened this week. Surprisingly.
Yeah. Kind of a boring
nothing else happened.
Yeah, nothing else happened this week. That's so weird.
It's just that.
Okay, real talk. We kind of wanted to talk about the Trump assassination thing, but I feel like we all blew our load on Boogie this week. And I don't know. I guess everybody else already covered the Trump thing. I don't know.
I mean, what do you do?
I do think there's going to be more information like within the next day or two that like immediately is going to make whatever we say today kind of outdated. So it's probably best just to wait for that and do it for the next one.
Yeah, we can do that. It's okay if we do
we can give give surface level thoughts, right? We can say that like, holy fuck, we're living through history.
Yeah, to clarify, I didn't mean the next one is an assassination attempt. I meant like next podcast episode. Just to clear that up.
Yeah, just wait for the next
just
bullet.
To clarify, when this happens, it happens live as Jackson and I were recording the Boogie bonus for the Patreon. And both of us got so fucking sidetracked because it was mind-blowing to live through history
like
that.
An assassination. Yeah, an assassination attempt.
Yeah, it is insane. It is that. Okay, whatever. We can do it next time.
I mean, yeah.
How about some levity? How about a kind of a childish discussion maybe? But I've been rewatching all of my favorite movies with my wife. John Wick, Riddick, Rambo, and the Jason Bourne series.
You have a type, don't you?
I watched on my own.
You have a type. Do. There's a Kaya-centric focus on those movies right there. You can see it.
People want us to keep going. Okay, I feel bad now. What do you guys want?
We can give like service level thoughts on it. No problem with that. Just
Sure.
Any information we try and talk about, like we're speculating on, is probably going to be confirmed by the time this comes out, so we'll look real dumb.
Yeah, I mean, before we look real dumb, we should say we're recording this on July 15th at like noon Eastern time, okay? So with the official podcast curse, I know what's going to happen is we're going to make speculations, and then 10 minutes after we wrap up, the shooter's manifesto is going to drop, and there's going to be people in the comments going, actually, you guys are wrong. Well, with the available information, it seems like everybody's just playing hot potato with the guy right now because obviously nobody wants to be the guy with the shooter on their team. So I guess he was a registered Republican who also donated to Democrats. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's a mess. It is a mess.
Yeah,
of
information. What I was reading is during that time, it was common to register as Republican but vote Democrat in Pennsylvania or something like that. So
he apparently wanted to vote for Nikki Haley. I don't know if that's true. I don't know what, but also every time a shooting happens, people tend to too much focus on what the shooter believed because these people are fucking insane.
Exactly. It could be someone trying to just impress Jodie Foster, like that previous assassination attempt like years ago, decades ago.
It could be a guy. He may have done it. Maybe he did it because Danny Phantom Ghost told him to. It could be possible. But what is important is how people are reacting to this, and people have been pretty disappointing in how they're reacting to this because I'm seeing a lot of people just saying, I wish he had shot more of them. Fuck him.
Yeah.
And the same joke.
That's what I've been really disappointed by.
The joke that was funny the first 10 times, and then it's like, oh, he should have gone to a gun range. He should have practiced. Yeah, I mean, okay. Get a new joke. Got boring immediately.
It's really, I find it actually like really disgusting when people take so much joy in people dying. Like, I know, wild take, but apparently it is. Like, people actively celebrating because someone did die in the crowd.
Destiny
we know that
is.
for sure. Yeah, Destiny
is celebrating it right now on Twitter, and he's genuinely melting down, and he's burning bridges with people who are trying to like him, with his own fans, telling him, dude, this is not a good look. Because, as you all probably know by now, we don't really have to go over it, but Trump survived miraculously, like genuinely miraculously in a way that, like, an atheist like myself, I can't even explain it. It is insane how he somehow survived.
He turned his head like a millimeter and then it hit his ear. If he had been facing any other direction, it would have gone straight through his brain. He turned his head
as a
just
non-believer,
as it
like,
happened.
how do you explain that other than like the hand of God? That is insane.
Actually, so hold on. This might be overturned, but when I was reading into it, you guys all know that there was a lot of people shouting about the shooter on the roof, like suspicious, like rifle guy on the roof.
Yeah.
So apparently, what happened is Trump heard those screams and he like tilted his head to like look in that direction of like what was all the commotion, and that's why he turned at that second. So,
but
take that with a grain of salt.
Luck.
Yeah, it's still crazy luck, but that's why he turned his head. Apparently,
insane. Yeah, I understand. Chad is saying like it's called physics, Kaya. I know how ballistics works, but just the coincidence on that level, it is so insane that this.
I don't think the audience, I don't think people can understand how many things had to like happen in the order that it happened
correctly.
For a shooter to get to the place where the shooter got to, for the Secret Service not to interject, or the local police not to interject before this situation, for the shooter to then be able to shoot at the former president. And for the only thing stopping the president from taking a bullet in the brain was him turning his head slightly to the right. Like, it is actually what? Like,
literally
insane.
less than a second before it happens. That amount of luck, it is divine almost. I don't know what else to call it. That is an insane amount of luck. And then Trump gets up and he raises his fist and he gives us the most iconic fucking photo, probably of the last 50 years of American history. I showed this, so it's Trump. Everybody has seen it by now, I'm sure. It's Trump with streaks of blood running down his face because his ear got torn, and raising his fist saying, fight, 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 with an American flag in the back.
And
here's Andrew, part of the Secret Service. And it is so fucking perfect. My wife looked at this and she said, the only thing missing here is like a bald eagle swooping in and like landing on the shoulder.
Fireworks in the
like
background.
A protective guardian. Yeah, fireworks.
What's funny to me is like it's so badass. Like I don't like Trump, but I mean I find it funny, but it's so badass. Like all of the secret service agents look like they're hugging him for protection. Like they're trying to be protected from Trump.
It actually does. Like I saw this and I thought it is too perfect. Like how does reality play out like this? He actually looks like some sort like a fucking Roman emperor that's just heroically fighting the evil forces. It is the best photo anybody could have ever gotten.
And it's funny because it probably serves. I mean, probably we don't know the motive of the shooter, but it's done the opposite. Let's say of what the shooter wanted. Trump is still alive and probably like more powerful than ever, honestly, because this had the opposite effect of if you were trying to shoot him to take him out of the presidential race or whatever, this had the opposite effect. Like this is going to galvanize his base more than anything could have possibly galvanized.
He's
his
a martyr
base.
now, and
yeah, he's a martyr.
Rightfully
it's
so.
Crazy.
And the shooter apparently is one of the most embarrassing people alive. Apparently, like from what we know so far, he's a weird incel dude who got bullied a lot in school, I suppose. And apparently, he was once kicked out of a gun club for having bad aim. like dangerously shitty aim.
And that day he dedicated himself to proving them wrong, basically. Is that what happened? And then he fucked it up? That'd be crazy.
Well, I like this green text. It's his face, and he looks very derpy and says, decide to assassinate the president. Have clear shot at a man who's the size of a city block. Have ridiculous amounts of time to aim and take shot. Miss, 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 miss. Hit 3 randos instead. Thank you, Oswald. It actually is such a fucking embarrassing way to go out.
It is. Pathetic.
But what is saddest to me, I was telling Jackson, I really like the political temperature in this country right now is so high and disgustingly, like there are so many people right now taking pleasure and joy and just like grudge fucking this poor man who actually did die in the shooting because he, I guess, happened to be behind Trump in the bleachers. And the wild thing to me is in 2016, around the time we started our podcast, when Trump got elected, this guy was 12. He was 20 when he died. Just think about that. Like what? A 12-year-old over the course of 8 years got radicalized into wanting to murder somebody because he believed that it's the literal Hitler devil with devil horns and the devil
potentially
tail.
Again potentially yeah, we could.
The full motive hasn't been established yet, so it's still only like speculation.
There are absolutely people that have been radicalized from during that time period though, so he's not completely wrong, but again,
the replies to this are is what I'm talking about, because you have like young people on Twitter, you have young people in like fucking Hassan's chat and Vaush's chat saying, oh, I wish he hit more. I wish he hit. I would. Oh damn! It's such a fucking downer that he missed. Like you guys are gone too far, man. You need to reel it in a fucking bit.
Yeah,
you really need to reel it in a bit.
I've seen like people defending those takes, and what they use is that like the Nancy Pelosi thing, where when that Hammer lunatic broke in or whatever, the right ran with the narrative that it was like gay lovers and shit went wrong, and they started memeing that and talking about that, even though it was like a actual horrifying, awful situation.
Nancy Pelosi, member of Congress, and her husband was assaulted by a psychopath, just a fucking random lunatic. This is why
actual psychopath.
I don't think it doesn't matter that much what these people actually believe. They're fucking crazy people. Sometimes people just snap, schizos or off their meds. It isn't very deep. A man broke into her home while I believe only her husband was home. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he beat the shit out of her husband with a hammer. Like, it just happens. Insanity just sometimes happens.
Yeah, and then the response from like right-wing media at the time was about a narrative that it was the husband had a gay lover and they had like an argument about being gay, and then it led to the hammer assault. So they turned it into like a huge joke.
Well, plus
and like we're saying like
Plus, there would have been lunatics in the Republican, like who are Republicans, let's say, who would have also been demanding more blood as well. Like, oh, I wish he had have actually died, or I wish Pelosi was there and took a hammer as well. Like, it exists on all sides. That's what we mean by the climate is just so fucked in America. And I think wishing for people, your own like country members' deaths is just like wildly disgusting.
And especially like I don't get too angry at the like hating politicians. Sure, whatever. They're
this
politicians.
Is just a
at the end of the day, they're all sleazeball.
This was just a dude. This was a family man that
scumbags. Died. But yeah, so the guy who died, his name is Corey something. Sorry, I forget. But here's a photo of him with his daughter. And apparently he died because when he heard gunshots, he pushed both his wife and daughter to the ground and he threw himself on top of them to take a bullet for them. Just a family man. Apparently he was a firefighter, like the worst guy to hate. Possibly. You couldn't have shot more of a salt of the earth, regular working Joe, poor guy who just wanted to save his family. And Destiny's on Twitter saying he deserved it. This is the fucking that got killed at the Trump rally, fucking LMAO. And then somebody else says, dude, you need to calm down. And he says, I'm sure Corey and Babbitt, that's the lady that died in the January 6th thing, are both having fun with each other in hell right now, smiley face. Somebody else says, dude, this is a really bad look. Like, you're gloating about a regular innocent civilian's death. Is this really the hill you want to die on? And he goes, don't you mean the bleachers he wanted to die on?
Jesus.
And he's been going. I'm only showing like 3 tweets, but he's been going like dozens and dozens and dozens of fucking tweets and having a fucking meltdown. I don't know if he's on stimulants. I don't know if he took too much Vyvanse and mixed it with Red Bull. I don't know if he's drunk. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know.
Regardless, it's a gross.
He's torching all of his bridges right now. Like, everybody is disgusted by this behavior on all sides. He's still getting some likes from like the fucking lunatics in his audience, like thousands of likes from people going, haha, yeah, this regular working Joe is definitely in fucking hell right now. But most people, they're disgusted with this.
Creators and personalities should not be encouraging this kind of behavior. This is like literally the stuff that, you know, corrupts and decays society. You should not be fantasizing about executing and killing your fellow countrymen, regardless of your differences in political opinions. Like, that is actually crazy.
Well, it's dehumanization. Like, that's been going on both sides for years now, and it's reached the point where people view people on the opposing side as the ultimate evil. The right views the left as the ultimate evil. Left views the right as the ultimate evil.
Yeah, because the political parties themselves also encourage it. The political parties themselves also encourage it.
No, they fan the flames.
Well, that's
constantly.
the other thing. For 8 years now, again, this guy was 12 years old, the shooter, when Trump got elected. And in those 8 years, what have we heard besides literally Hitler? Literally Hitler. Punch a Nazi. All Trump supporters are Nazis. If you see somebody wearing a MAGA hat, punch them, kill him. Subhuman. End of democracy. Doom, doom. Last election ever. Well, this is the fucking result of that. Right? This is what happens when you tell young people that their lives will literally end if they do not kill Hitler. It's like the thing, like, if you had a time machine, would you go back in time and snipe Hitler? And now they find themselves in a conundrum because obviously they have to condemn it. But also, didn't you tell us that he is literally Hitler? So isn't it actually a good thing to shoot Hitler? Like, it's very awkward for them right now. Like, Joe Biden has been calling this guy literally Hitler and an existential threat to all of our lives. And he's going to round up all of the gay people and gas them. Well, then isn't it good that he got shot? And he goes, no, we can never encourage that. It's very awkward right now. They either have to admit that they like this or that they were full of shit for 8 years. So yeah, Destiny is not. He's genuinely melting down. And I'm seeing a lot of his fans also saying that, dude, this is too far. And here's one example from Reddit. Somebody on Reddit says, yeah, I gotta take a break from Destiny and this community. My friend's mom was right next to the guy who got killed. She is still freaking the fuck out over what she experienced. It'll probably take her years to recover from and deal with what she went through, if she ever does. This shit is sickening to see from some of y'all. Peace out, dudes. And then Destiny replies and says, don't ever come back. Tell your friend and his mom to get fucked. Like this level of hate about just a normal civilian. Like I'm a very hateful person too, but I tend to hate people who like do bad things, not just attend a rally.
Not just a normal dude. And like to go out of his way and comment on that as well. Like, don't you have better things to do?
He's so on tilt, and I genuinely don't get it. Well, I do get it. I understand. Like Corey, that man was everything that Destiny simply is not. He was a man. He was a happy man with a happy family, and Destiny doesn't have that. I mean, Destiny, since chat's at Mel time, let's play this classic.
Uh-oh.
Mel time.
Why did I say this?
Ape smile. It is what you do when you're just in trouble and you're kind of nervous and you have no other recourse but to like kind of awkwardly smile, like, yeah, I'm having a good time.
Maybe he just came.
Can you recap the clip for audio listeners of what we're watching here?
So the audio clip is him sitting in his cuck chair, and in the back it's his wife, and I guess her name is Mel. And it's some random other dude, and they start to get up, and they're being just playful and flirty, and she's basically about to get to second base because she's getting turned on by another man. As Destiny is sitting in his chair, fucking playing.
That's exaggeratory. Okay. They're dancing together. They're slow dancing together. I don't know about this second base claim or whatever, but at the time, the relationship they had was poly. So it's not like an unheard of thing to have other women or other men in the relationship, if I remember
He's a
correctly.
cuckold. You don't have to defend him.
He's
It's
a
fine.
cuck.
Like, this guy's a genuine fucking scumbag. He's a cuckold. And the wife left him, by the way, for another man. She went and got her holes resized by another man as Destiny was just sitting in a fucking little chair and hating on people. Just wishing for irregular people to get fucking murdered. So fuck him. Fuck him right in his goddamn face. Genuine subhuman behavior, dude. To just
I mean,
hate on
yeah,
people
I don't.
this much that you want like random family members to just get shot. He literally went on stream and he said, yeah, if my mother and father attended a Trump rally, I would be okay with them getting shot. How deranged do you have to be
Yeah.
to say such a thing? It is insane.
Wishing violence on anyone is bad. I agree, Kaya. All right. Do you guys have anything else?
Nothing on my end.
Not really.
No.
Alrighty, let's wrap there. My nose is running. All right, thank you guys. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. If you want to hear Kaya myself in the bonus episode, we watched the entire live stream, the Boogie live stream, for the first time together. And yes, you'll be able to see our live reactions to the Trump attempted assassination, because it literally happened in the middle of that recording. So, like, we got the news. I know.
It's probably such interesting footage.
I know. We couldn't believe it.
It killed the vibe too for the bonus itself, because like,
no shit.
Okay, well, I don't want to watch a Boogie right now. I want to go on Twitter and
I
like,
wanna
see
go
what the
see
news is
what's
about.
happening.
And it was very, very hard to keep concentrating. So we do apologize for that, but it was still a fun watch along, in my opinion. If you want to check that out.
Yeah, go check it out. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast for that, as well as early access, ad-free content to our 3 shows, which are this one, Red Thread, and Criminally Stupid. More content coming out soon for both those shows, so you'll see it soon. Other than that, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.